This lady is a very remarkable woman, and she actually joined my academy not too long ago, and I want you to meet her. So her name is Shannon. Let's bring her on. Shannon, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, can you put your video on for me?
Oh
We,
boy.
we can see your
Um,
pretty face because I can hear you great, but we just got to be able to see you.
well, I didn't even see an option for that this time. Hold on a sec.
Okay, we'll wait. That's not a problem. We didn't practice. We didn't rehearse this, so it's okay.
No.
There is a. Are you on your cell phone or?
No, I'm on my laptop.
Okay,
Okay, just went to window, edit, meeting. I don't see anything for video. This.
let me see if it's not. Maybe it's on my end. There, maybe it's on my end. Yeah, it's
Okay,
on my
there we
end. See,
are. Okay.
I did everything right. It was Mama. Mama's fault.
It's okay. It's all good.
I still, it's. I'm just still trying to get used to all this technology. There's a lot to do on my end. Anyway, hi.
Hi.
I'm so excited for you to meet the girls. Do you want to talk
Yes,
to them with me?
sure.
So, you guys, this is Shannon. Isn't she beautiful? She's like amazing.
Oh
So,
gosh.
Shannon was a part of the group that you guys are all in. And I just wanted her to come on and share her experience so far inside the academy. Just tell the girls your story. Tell them some of the things that maybe you were struggling with,
Okay.
and maybe share some successes, and I'll just let you kind of take the floor.
Okay, so I don't want to be too long-winded, but I've had a long history of metabolic issues starting in my late teens. I had low blood sugar, and I was told to watch that or it could turn into diabetes, but I was never told what to do. Surprise. So when I
Shocker.
got pregnant, yes, big shocker. So when I got pregnant with my daughter when I was 30, I ended up having gestational diabetes, and I didn't know it until she was born. So I didn't develop it until later. So when I got pregnant with my son, I said, okay, I want to be tested early. I want to be tested on time, and I want to be tested late. So they tested me 3 times, and lo and behold, the third time, it was very borderline, but I said, it's fine. Tell me what to do. Put me on the diet. And I was able to control it for the most part. He was born. Um, he was fine. So then I was told again, okay, you've had gestational diabetes. You have to watch it again. Again, not really told what to do. I knew I had to watch carbs. And so I was on off and on the diet wagon for years because I always had trouble losing weight.
Ah,
Um, I didn't understand why, or I would lose it and then I would plateau and then I would quit. So I would stay like fairly active, not overly, but I would stay active just to kind of keep everything in check. And I got
yeah.
my I probably got checkups from the doctor every couple of years. And so I was pre-diabetic or borderline 3 years ago. And again, I was told to watch it. And so I was under tremendous stress because my mom had passed away. My dad had dementia. I was taking care of him. So I didn't really 100%. And so here we are. I realized probably about a year ago, I just decided to use my glucometer and test. And sure enough, my fasting blood sugar was sky high.
What was it?
So
Can you share what it was?
my fasting when I tested like a year ago was probably in the 160s. So I, again, did a couple diets, a cleanse here or there,
Yeah,
whatever. And then in the spring, I finally said I need to go to the doctor and get all of this
yeah,
checked out. I mean, I think I just was in denial. So
yeah.
I did. And at that time, my fasting was in the 220s.
Yes, it was. That's a. Isn't that did that freak
Bad
you out? Did that freak you
fasting.
out?
That finally, I just said, oh, whoa, I've got to do something. I can't go on like this. So when I
So
went to
what
the
were you
doctor,
getting any advice from your physician on, they kept saying just watch it, but were they telling you what
right.
to do or anything?
Well, so that time I saw I believe she's a nurse practitioner. I didn't see him, and she was very good about diet. She told me to go see a local group that through Lee Memorial Health System, which is where we live, and that they were more plant-based. I couldn't find them. So I went online and started to find all kinds of groups on Facebook, and I landed in 2 different diabetes groups. One was very much our way or the highway. And if you say anything to the contrary, we're kicking you out. And I got kicked out of that
Okay.
group. And then I ended up in another group, and they were very much just keto, which is fine. So I did a lot of really low carb, like 50 or under, 30 or under, but it was so much animal protein. And I said to my husband, I don't feel good doing this.
So you didn't
My
feel good, right? And were your blood sugars still high?
They were coming down, but
Mm-hmm.
not like they are now. They
Yeah.
were definitely coming down. So my fasting probably came down to the 170s, 160s.
Yeah.
It's now in the 130s, 140s.
So were you just extremely frustrated? I mean, like, you just
I was so frustrated. And then I was in a group, and you were in there, or someone, I don't remember now. Well, and then I ended up in this group. And then I started seeing everybody having success. And I reached out to 2 different people who are now in the group.
oh, you little sneaky monkey. So you reached out behind my back.
Well,
I love it.
I think I just asked
Yeah.
underneath, like, are you doing the program? And at that time, one of them said, I'm just following what she's teaching us in here. And then another time she said, yes, I'm in the group now, but
Yeah.
I see her sugar's coming down. I forget who it was now. And so then I thought, okay, I'm going to check it out. And then that's when I think reached out to you and asked what to do. And
Yeah.
so,
What made you,
I'm so
what
glad
made
I
you
did.
decide?
Um, honestly, I just knew that keto was not sustainable. I knew that it was not the healthiest way to go. I didn't know specifically, I needed guidance. And I knew that the coaching academy would offer guidance.
It's hard to do it on your own, isn't it? I mean,
It's
even though you know
so
what to
hard.
do, it's hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
challenging because and also I want you to talk a little bit, because I think this is one of the biggest, this is my biggest thing I love about the academy, but talk about the community. Talk about the energy in the community inside.
The community is great because everybody is so encouraging. Everybody's in the same exact boat as you are. Maybe at some varying levels. Some of them, some people are definitely seeing results that I hope to see soon. And then some people are struggling maybe a little bit more, but we're all in the same boat. And so I just love sharing the stories, sharing the successes, sharing different ideas. People post pictures of what they're eating, and then it kind of gives you ideas. And, because you tend to get in a rut and you don't know where to turn next. And I love the fact that everything is broken down week by week.
That structure, right?
Yes, the structure, and it's introducing things week by week instead of all at once, which I feel like in the other groups, everything was just thrown at you at once. And so you say, okay, I'm going to do this, and you start to do it, and then it gets overwhelming.
Also, the one-on-one coaching, is that valuable to you too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I love that because it is one-on-one, but it's in a group, if that makes sense, which I know, but it's in a group. And then so other people ask questions that prompt you to think of something that you may have thought of before and forgot about. I usually have a couple things written down, but sometimes people ask things and it's, you say, oh, that's right, I forgot about that. I wanted to ask that.
Yeah.
So then you're learning from them.
Mm-hmm. Are you
So
learning a lot?
yes.
And how you
Yes.
feel? How are you feeling? You only been in the academy for like 6 weeks. So how are you feeling and how are you doing?
Really good. I feel good. I'm hoping to, I just started the metformin like right before I started the group. So I'm hoping that can go to the wayside soon. I think once I start getting more into the fasting that I can probably drop that.
Oh yeah.
Because it gives me
That's on my radar, girl. You're going to be off of that very soon.
intestinal distress, which is not fun. So, yeah, I feel good. I have more energy. I'm not hungry all the time. I don't crave things like I used to.
Is that a surprise? Is that a little bit of a surprise to you?
Yes. And my husband said to me, do your meds suppress your appetite? And I said, I don't think it's the meds. I said, I just am not. And especially I'm not even hungry for dinner. I don't even want it.
Welcome to being fat adapted, Shannon.
Yeah.
You should talk. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Yeah. I used to be like, what are we doing for dinner? What's for,
right.
you know what I mean? And now I'm just, I'll make dinner for the family, or, and maybe I'll
Yeah.
pick at it a little bit, but I don't really care to eat.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, you've done so well in the short time, and we love having you in the group. You're just like a bright light in that group, and
Thank you.
I'm thank you for sharing. And I wanted the girls to hear from you because you just started, and I think it's important for everybody to realize just how fast things can change. And you've only been in
Yes.
there for 6 weeks, and look how
Mhm.
much is changing in only 6 weeks. And I
Yes.
think sometimes people think, oh, it's not going to work for them. And one last thing, if you could say, if somebody is thinking and stuff, oh, this is never going to work for me, why is it different, do you think? Why is this particular program different, and why will it work for them?
It's different for the reasons that I stated before, which are basically because it's structured. It's broken down into different sections so that you understand each thing that you're starting with and the next thing that you're moving on to. So it's not overwhelming. Um, you still get to eat. It's not, you know, 5 grams of carbs a day. It's the right kinds of carbs. It's just, and it's adaptable to each individual person, which is what I like also.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Shannon, you're amazing. Thank you, girl, for
You're
sharing.
amazing. Thank
Now
you. Thank you, Carrie.
I gotta go and teach these girls how to not fall asleep on me.
Yes.
Okay,
Good luck.
bye, honey. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye.
Okay.
Of course. Bye.
All right, ladies. So just I wanted you to meet her because I think it's important that you guys, you know, see some of these ladies that are in the same predicament as you all, which is you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, how to do it, and the other thing too is we just have a lot of fun, and I just wanted you to be able to experience that. So let's get started. I want to talk to you guys about sleep. Now, as I was interviewing Shannon, and when we first started, I asked you guys to express in